Hi, you're welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful bubble gown with fringe at the hemming. Okay, the fringe can either be just at the front or throughout the dress. Okay, so but for this particular video, it's going to be at the front. Okay, so please sit tight and enjoy this video. So I'll be using this Yoruba fabric, which is adire or Kampala. Okay, for the dress. So the actual length of this is 58. Okay, so and the front I'll be using about 43 inches. Okay, because I'm going to be attaching this fringe to the front in order to meet up with the back. That's the design of the dress. Okay, so the front will be shorter than the back. Then I'll go ahead and measure the neckline 3 inches for the neck width. Then the shoulder, using 7.5 inches for the shoulder. Then from the shoulder, you determine how long you want your sleeve to be. So for this, I measure my desired sleeve, which is about 14 inches, plus the folding and all of that. Then your sleeve round, you determine how you want it. So the sleeve round for this, I'll be going for about 11 inches or 12. It depends on what you want, okay? How wide you want it to be. Then I measure the bust point. As you can see, this is the bust point, which is 12 inches. Okay, then on the bust point, I'm fixing the bust circumference divided by 4, or the largest part of the body of the particular person's body divided by 4. So I'll be using the hip round, which I have 11 inches plus 5 inches extra allowance. Then I connect this to the sleeve. As in, you connect the sleeve to the bodies. Just watch the way I'm doing. Okay, then the same measurements I have, that 11 inches plus 4 inches make up 16 inches. You measure it all around the bodies, okay, down to the hemming. That's what I mean. You measure it down to the hemming. Then I cut it out carefully. You can see the curve on the sleeve. Carefully do that also. Okay, so that is it for the front piece. Then we'll go ahead and okay, so I'll use the same thing to cut out the back, but remember to add the length, the full length to the back. Okay, so yes, I've done that. Now we need to work on the neckline. So for the back neckline, I use 3 inches for the neck width to 2 inches for the neck depth. So all together, that will be 3.5 inches for the neck width to 2 inches neck depth. You can make your neck depth 1.5 inch. So I choose to go with 2 inches, but I extended the neckline, the neck width to 3.5 inches. If you like, I make it 4 inches too if you want it wider. Okay, so now we are done with the back neckline. Then okay, before I remove it, I went back to create the shoulder slope. Okay, so from the nape of the neck, I connected it to 1 inch on the sleeve. I'm sorry, the part on the sleeve is not visible, but I measured 1 inch on the sleeve round and connected it slightly to the nape of the neck. Okay, so we remove the back piece and continue the work on the front neckline. Okay, so from the picture, the neckline is V. We already removed 2 inches, so now I extended it to 8 inches for the front neckline. And see the way I create the V neck. It's not the straight V, it's curved. The neckline, the V is curved. So this is it. You can use a freehand or you use the tape rule and your ruler rather. So this is it. Then you cut it out carefully. Okay, so that is it with the front neckline. Then now I need to cross check the desired length for the front. So at least anywhere below the knee length is okay, so that you can sit down comfortably. Okay, so this is the desired length I want for the front, and I just get that out. So the next thing now is to go ahead and join it to the back. So I went ahead to tape the neckline with a bias tape. As you can see, I use a black bias tape for both front and back. Then I join it at the shoulder. I join the front and back at the shoulder. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and hem the sleeve. I'll hem the sleeve. So I just trim it out, trim the excess out. Then I got this thing. I don't really, the name, is it torso or teso or something like that, sure. So I'll be fixing it on the front pattern. But before then, let's work on our sleeve and join it side to side. So I'm folding the hemming of the sleeve inwardly. Please note that. So I'll do the same thing for the other side also, before I'll take it to the machine and stitch. Then after stitching, I'll join it at the side seam. So this is it, it's been done. So I've stitched the sleeve round and also join it by the side. You can see the same thing also to the other side. So you can reduce the seam allowance at the cuff part, or you give it a notch. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and attach this to the hemming of the front piece. So I'll just attach it with pin, then top stitch. So there's no need of turning this one inwardly, no, just attach it on top, and I'll top stitch. But in case there's any other better way, you can do it, but I think this one gives me what I was actually looking for. So just took my time and secure with a pin, so that it won't be moving around when I'm sewing. Okay, then make sure you give it a clean finish in there. Okay, so I've done that. This is it, it's neatly fixed. So if you notice the length is longer, you can trim it off. If you notice the length of the fringe is too long, you can trim it off. That it's allowed, you can trim it off. So this is it, our job almost done. Give it a good press, and the front also, just cross checking my measurements. Okay, so the next thing is to go ahead and fix in the, is it tosa, tessa, something. It's always used on all this male cap, native male cap is there. So it's just a piece of design that will be hanging at the neckline there. So I use my hand needle to secure this. Okay, so you fix it neatly, make sure the sewing is not obvious. So this is it, this is what we have. Our dress is ready, as you can see. I hope you find this video helpful. Please, if you do, remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Then also feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. Okay, So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and stay blessed.